All right, you're welcome to Voting Arena today being a public holiday, not just only another public holiday, Nigeria's Independent Day. 65 today, Nigeria is. Is it working? Is it running? What is it doing? Well, from our discussion today, we have a special guest in the house, the Kaduna State PDP Chairman, Honorable Chief Masha Edward. Because when I saw that name, I really have to ask the pronunciation. Is it because I know Masha, we're in Lagos. Is it the same Masha? And he said yes. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, welcome, sir. And my very good, great friend, we have removed the unfriendly friend.
We are now friends.
We're now friends, yes. Kingsley, you're welcome.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's start. It's been a wonderful time in our nation's history. We saw PDP came to fore in 1998 as a political party when the ban was 1999 when it was lifted for political parties to be formed. One of the foremost party was PDP. I remember then, one thing I will never forget was when Obasanjo wanted to donate to the PDP, he scribbled on a note and he tendered it and he donated, I think, 120 million naira. Everybody's eyes popped open and that's where it came from. And PDP came on the saddle of Nigerian politics and they ruled Nigeria for 16 whooping years. 16 years where Nigerian, some cried, some laughed, but they said they were going to rule Nigeria for 60 years. Well, 60 years we didn't see it, and APC came. And now, all of us are where we are. And Kaduna State was one of the foremost states of PDP. All of a sudden, sir, it's now an APC state. Now, being on the saddle of PDP in Kaduna State, are you sure you'll be able to return PDP back to power in Kaduna State?
By the special grace of God. Thank you very much for having me. Let me use this opportunity to say happy independence to our good people, to our Nigerians. 65 good years is not just a mere years. 65 years is a year when you reach there, you start thinking that you are very close to your grave.
Yeah.
So whatever you are doing, you will ensure that you are doing things that after you, there will be good legacy. Unfortunately, we are not where we are. But I want to assure all Nigerians that faith is not lost. In respect of Kaduna State, by the special grace of God, PDP is doing wonderfully well. The last two elections, so many things went wrong. I usually don't want to say much about it because the Supreme Court decided. I'm a respecter of the law. Otherwise, those who were following, especially the last election, they knew the result that was declared wasn't the real result. So now we are on the right trajectory, by the special grace of God, to take over Kashim in 2027. We are doing everything possible. We realize the mistake we made. The mistake we made, principally, was an in-house problem. Not that we're overwhelmed by APC. We've known these challenges. We have taken measures and we're correcting them. By the special grace of God, 2027 is for the people.
Wow. Okay, let me put one more, because I wanted to start from your base, which is Kaduna State. So I'm still going to stay there. If you can give us a little details of how the PDP still, because as it is right now, most of the elected people in the National Assembly, are from the PDP. How the working together of all these parties, because there's a rumor that one of your senators decamped to the ADC, and most of the offices of the PDP are being turned to ADC. How factual is that?
Thank you very much. People will say PDP is dead in Kaduna State, but during the last election, with the APC governor, APC president, we won 3 senatorial seats. Historic result. Out of 16 House of Representatives, PDP won 10.
Yeah.
So
remarkable.
You wouldn't say we are just a mere party or underdog. We are not. We are lions. We won this election. Sincerely speaking, even in the House of Assembly election, we won good numbers of seats. So we are doing well. We are working together with our members of the National Assembly. Rumors went around that one of our senators is decamping to ADC. He refuted that and said he's not moving an inch. But I want to say something, that the kind of democracy we are practicing today is what some of us have never seen or never heard. Democracy of coercion, threat, intimidation, trying to kill opposition. And unfortunately, those who are doing it are those who hitherto are claimed to be promoters of democracy. And that is why I said earlier on, when you reach the age 65, you should sit down and look back and say, what am I leaving behind? Are we talking of today? What happens tomorrow? Why are we afraid of opposition? Opposition are ingredient to put the ruling party on the right foot, if actually we want good governance. But we're not saying that. Our members are under threat. And I want to say democracy too is under threat. It's unfortunate.
Wow. You said that PDP didn't fail because APC did better. They probably failed maybe because of internal wranglings and a few things. Those internal wranglings, can we reduce them to maybe issues of zoning, bringing a presidential candidate from a different zone, or internal democracy? More specifically, is it because Atiku was allowed to run in 2023 instead of allowing a certain candidate to fly the flag after Buhari had completed 8 years? Do you think it's something like that, or maybe just other internal wranglings that we are not aware of?
No, the internal wrangling that affected PDP in Kaduna State. We had a situation whereby some people felt they don't need some other persons.
Okay.
So they want to prove you wrong that we're important. Yeah. We had a situation where certain selections supposed to be made and people are infiltrating from outside to decide who becomes A or who becomes B. It had to a large extent, affected the party. So those who were told you cannot do anything decided to do the unkindest things.
To play the spoilers.
Play the spoiler. And they did it. I can tell you in a local government, we lost 11,000 votes.
Car.
That was done by our members. 11,000 votes in an election. In another local government, because they felt alienated, they felt they were not being carried along. Some members refused to participate during the election, or some will just vote and just go back home, or some join and play an anti-party role. During that time, we lost over 35,000 votes. Now, in the presidential, I wouldn't want to go issue of zoning or no zoning at the national. I know certain things were done and Nigeria felt it shouldn't be so.
Yeah.
I am one politician who will never dwell on what my party is just saying. Because those who are going to vote during election are not only party members. There are those who are not members of the party. So you must listen to what people are saying out there. And that it helps you during your party meeting to take decision. It's only when you're going for primaries then it is purely a party affair. But when it's election, it's no longer a party affair.
That's true.
So there was an outcry, yes, of presidential to move to the south.
Yeah.
Even the northern would say we've ruled lesser years. But at that moment, what are Nigerians saying?
Yeah.
That wasn't done. But in Kaduna, let me say something. We gave the PDP presidential candidate the highest vote in Nigeria.
Wow, this is revealing.
We did that in 2019. We came first. We did that 2023. We gave him the highest vote. Sincerely speaking, in 2023, we beat APC with 155,000 votes.
Whoa. When you have a sitting governor at that time,
yes.
APC.
But now, during the gubernatorial, to let you know that it was an internal wrangling, during the gubernatorial, we were pushing with 10,000 votes. Something went wrong somewhere. 10,000. We beat them with 155,000.
All of a sudden.
3 weeks later, we are struggling.
There's more to it.
But I told you certain things that happened, that I say it was self-inflicted. So something happened. We are correcting it by God's grace.
All right, let me just throw this before he goes back. Recently, Jerry Ghana, a staunch PDP member, has made a revelation, even though people have been suspecting that for a long time, that Goodluck might join into the fray or not. Sudden PDP revival everywhere, even though you do not believe PDP was quiet, you still believe the alliance. But the people are just saying that PDP started talking because it was like they left it for weekends since and they were all quiet. Yeah. This sudden revival in the last 2 weeks, is it because you people are anchoring on bringing Jonathan, and more likely, the way APC is clearly jittery about the whole thing, more likely you have a voice? Is that the new blood in PDP?
Let me ask one question. Why should APC be bothered about what we are doing in respect of whom we are bringing? What's their concern? They said he did badly during his time.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. They don't have records. But Nigerians do have records. They know where we were. What was the inflation during Jonathan? Jonathan took 2010 to 2015. All through the year, Google after I'm gone and see, the inflation was at 13-point-something%.
Yeah.
He brought it down to 9.01.
And he remained there, yes.
I remember.
He remained there, yes.
While it took over from 9.025 and left it at 22.41. The present government, 2 years plus, took it from 22. It ballooned it to 34.84.
Yeah, before coming.
And then they did the rebasing, which they say, when PDP did, they say it was a scam.
Yes.
They did the rebasing, despite the rebasing.
So their own rebasing is not a scam.
I know, I wouldn't go there. You understand? I wouldn't go there. All what I'm saying is that virtually everything they say that was done wrong during PDP, they were doing it even at the worst level.
Yeah, they are not doing it very well.
They're not doing it very well. So what is the inflation rate today? 20.12. But is it even reflected in the life of our people?
No.
What is the condition of living today?
But the president said it's reflecting because he just spoke in Owerri.
The president have to say it. It's a Nigerian.
The issue is the president shouldn't say. Nigeria should say. Yeah. Is your life better today than it was 2 years ago? Let's tell us the truth. What is the cost of transportation? How do you pay for healthcare? How do you pay our children, our younger one in school? We should say, Mr. President, you are doing well. He shouldn't give himself a pass mark. About Jonathan, PDP doors are widely open. Don't forget, Jonathan is still a member of PDP.
Of course.
It's wide open. For those who want to come, they should come. And let's build the party together. Yes, once upon a time, certain things were not going right at PDP. But we've taken the right step now to put PDP on the right footing, to save Nigeria from what we are today. Our records are clear. People are no longer talking about the 16 rotten years of PDP. They will tell you PDP mismanaged the economy. Now they are talking about the last regime. And they have forgotten the last regime was an APC regime. You can't divorce this present regime with the last.
It's a continuation. He said he will continue from.
I say continue. So the doors are widely open. Jonathan has a wonderful record. If Jonathan agreed today, some of us will join the campaign.
Yes, certainly.
His record are clean. They got jittery earlier on. A son under PDP government earlier spoke about the issue of court. That the section 137 subsection 3 bar him from being sworn in twice. That this section has not been tested. He didn't know. There was an unpublished judgment by High Court in Bayelsa 2022. Yeah. I laugh when I read the spokesperson of the president a few days ago.
Onanuga.
Yes, a few days ago, saying, we are welcoming Jonathan, but
you have a day in court.
But we have a day in court. Which day do we have in court? The Federal High Court ruling, nobody
Appealed.
appeal. And it has days to expire. If you want to, let's go to court. Why are you jittery about Jonathan? Jonathan has 4 years to run.
And that's all.
And that is all. And Nigeria are saying, come back. I have read through social media people who deleted some of the posts they made against him and sent word of apologies and said, Jonathan, we were sorry. Some say we were misled. Jonathan is the right man. I will support him any day, anytime. I will work for him for the sake of Nigeria.
Okay, all right. You know, the dynamics of also coming back, the coming back of Jonathan, it has its own dynamics. We had a program this morning and I asked him, I said, look, let's look at how PDP used to have its way. PDP had its way, not west. PDP, that was one of the biggest base of PDP. Then you go to southeast, all was PDP. Go to south, all was PDP. Now, they are all APC. How is the PDP planning to come back? Because if you talk about the eastern state, south states, those are the base of PDP, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, all those are gone. How are they going to recapitalize?
Did the electorate also go with them? The voters. Those who are feeling the pinch today.
If it counts, right?
It does.
It does.
Except if you don't want to have a free and fair election. And let me say by word of prophecy, nobody will reach that election.
You can't see it to be.
Seriously.
But we've now also heard the voice of PDP very strong on electoral reforms.
Sincerely speaking, the best thing that should happen is electoral reform.
But we've not heard the voice of PDP very strongly.
PDP will speak, and PDP will speak strongly about that. And the government will have no reason then to do it. The result must be transmitted. You don't want to have the so-called glitch. When you are announcing the senatorial result, there was no glitch.
No, the same election.
When you are announcing the result, there was no glitch. The presidential suddenly glitch appeared from nowhere. Who is fooling who? With God on our side, with the cry of the masses in Nigeria, those who are planning to steal our mandate, God will not allow that. So, those states you are talking about, the governor is leaving, the senator is leaving, the people are not leaving. I know a state, a former governor left, he went to his wards, and he saw what women there were saying they are doing. A former governor, a son of the land.
Yeah, I saw it too.
So,
My state.
Yes.
now, when we did the magic in Kaduna State with a sitting governor, Governor Erufai, thank God he made mention of that a month ago, that as a sitting governor, PDP won 3 senatorial seats, 10 rep members. So the issue of a governor is not enough if you are not with your people. You ask question, why are the governor defecting to APC, the one-party system? Between man and God, ask them on one-on-one whether they really have a stake in that party. They will tell you no. Coercion.
Coercion.
Intimidation.
So let me ask you this question. These people that who have records of some governor living to APC, some senators living to APC, but if you ask them, show us your APC membership card, you won't find it. But they said they have decapped. So when they come back to PDP, most likely all of them are still returning their PDP membership card. So if they come back to PDP, are you going to give a priority space to them as to filling your candidates, filling the space with fresh blood, those who stayed with you, the electorate you talked about, the ordinary persons, the young ones, the alternative that Nigerians want to see, not these ones that are being coerced because of the debt in their cupboard, actually, because otherwise nobody would coerce you if you know what you're doing, and if you kind of got your hand dirty. So are you going to say, oh, okay, come back again, these the old dogs, because Nigerians are looking for alternative? Are you going to get on the alternative and let them go to their coercion or whatever they have done?
So many things happened during the 2023 election with the coming of His Excellency Governor Obi.
Yeah.
It changed a lot of narratives.
Certainly.
Now, if you refuse to go in tune with that, you'll be left behind.
You'll be left behind, that's true.
They need to bring fresh blood. It's non-negotiable. So if you're a member of the party and you decided to leave and you think when you come you'll be given the front line, no, you'll go back.
Certainly.
Follow
Good.
the line.
This is good.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. By the special grace of God, I chair the Northwest Chairman Forum.
Okay.
And by the special grace of God, the 19 Northern State and FCT, I'm the forum chairman.
Oh, interesting.
National Forum, I'm the secretary.
Okay.
So I know what we, the chairmen, are saying. We are the closest to people at the grassroots. We're the one that mingle with them. We know what they're saying. We know what they want.
Yeah.
And we will insist on certain things to be done in PDP. If we really want to win, if we really want to change what is happening, then we must listen to what people are saying and do that. Otherwise, it will be a different story.
Okay, I want to, because there's no way we can take it away. You know, if we don't look at where we are coming from, we can't look at, excuse me, we can't look at where we are going to. We cannot take away the effect of Nyesom Wike from the PDP. He's still a member of the PDP, no matter how you, if you disagree with it or not. He's still a member of the PDP. He has been running PDP for a while. At a point, I remember my friend here, Okafor, used to tell him they should give the whole PDP to Wike, let him run it. Now, they're going to a convention, and from what we are gathering, there's going to be another convention, so that it will not be like a disorganized thing. We can't take the effect of Wike. How is PDP getting ready to deal with this?
By the special grace of God, we've done everything necessary to have a successful convention. What we are focusing now is that convention where we will have new leaders that will run the party for another 4 years. We had, like I said earlier on, some little challenges. We took steps. One of the challenges we had was the issue of the National Secretary, which we are very much aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was under my leadership as the chairman of the Northern Forum. We took a position and said, whatever we need to do, let's do the right thing. Bring back the secretary. We made a release to all the organs of the party. And we said, this is our position. By the special grace of God, it worked out well. We had our 99 NEC, 100, 101. The last one that we had was 102. So everything is in line for our convention. And I want to assure you, we'll have the convention. Issue of parallel convention is uncalled for. Why do you want a parallel convention? Why do you want it? If you have a candidate, bring him at the convention. Let the delegates vote. Go and campaign, and then let the delegate vote. Why would you want a parallel convention? Nobody is stopping you. Forms are on sale. Come by the form. We will have our convention. Sincerely speaking, I was at the national headquarters yesterday to confer with our leaders. And one of the issues we discussed was the issue of the national convention. And they assured me and said, Chairman, I said, sir, we will have a successful convention. I have that conviction. We will have it.
But there are issues he brought up that we can also ignore, issues of some zones and states that didn't have their elections, and that until all these things are met, that they will not agree. And don't forget, he had 5 former governors that are with him, that are still with him right now. Of course, Ayo Makinde is no longer there, but they've co-opted Ayo Fayoshe. You know, so these issues, have they been resolved, or will they be resolved before the time?
You see, sometimes when we hear members of the party who benefited tremendously from the party saying so much unkind word about the party, some of us that are coming up tend to ask, where are we going? This issue of certain states are issues that the National Working Committee, they have taken it up, roll out a program where there were challenges, you go for election. Where the court said you must repeat a Congress, we will do it. Sincerely speaking, we obey the law to do it. So speaking is sometimes, when they talk, is what already is in the pipeline. When we do it, they will say, okay, it's because they have spoken. I.e., the issue of zoning the presidency to the south. I said it earlier. You must listen to what people are saying. Yeah. You must listen.
It's 4 years.
A zoning committee was set up under the leadership of the governor of Bayelsa, Senator Diri. And they came up with it that the national chairman should remain in the north. Yeah. And they added, and calling on NEC, approve that the ticket for our presidential should go to the south. It is, we agree on that. But somebody will not say he wants to take the credit. It's because they have spoken. The issue in this state is being taken care of. Just last week, we had elections in Kwara, Kogi, Niger, they're all ongoing. So it's not because somebody said you must do it. We will do the right thing. That's how PDP is known for. We do election. We don't anoint people. So I want to assure you that we will have a successful convention. We'll have good leaders that love Nigeria, that will listen to the voice and cry of Nigeria, and we will do the right thing.
Excellent.
Chairman, Chairman, there's been rumors, because we know we that are in the media, we kind of feed on rumors. Yeah, we hear a lot, and sometimes when we get authorities like you want to clarify, and we've been hearing about the chairmanship position. We've been hearing between Jerry Ghana, that's Professor Jerry Ghana, not Kwankwaso, Shekarau, and all that. I mean, some of these rumors, we need some clarifications.
No, there wouldn't be any clarification more than what to say. More than to say, for now, it is zoned
to the north. Yeah.
The north will meet
and decide
and macro-zone it.
Yeah.
We are yet to meet.
Okay.
I can say that.
Okay.
But anybody that is interested should come up and say, I'm interested. If you are not interested, you have a group of people who feel that you will be the best person
to run the party.
Come out and let's speak. I can assure you we will bring the best that will help us take over this government 2027, the best that will help the person that God will bless him to be the president, to bring in good lieutenants that will listen to the cry of the people. We won't have people who will just lock themselves somewhere and assume everything is well when people are dying on a daily basis.
Okay, if you have something.
No, I was just wondering why it's difficult to move backward now, but he mentioned it that you also need to look back in order to move forward. Do you people did not think until this time that Nyesom Wike is probably working for APC, and it would have been better he was expelled some time ago, and by now it would have been decided whether he belongs to PDP or APC, because issues of parallel convention does not arise. There's a convention coming, it has not been held. You can't have a convention coming, you are planning a parallel convention. I mean, you should plan to attend the convention. So there's no basis. So when people do things like that, what is this that has so incapacitated I don't know if I use that word, the almighty PDP, of not being able to expel a member
or deal with a
member decisively, so you can know where you stand?
Thank you very much. I was asked this question some times ago. I will tell you what I said. There was kind of a weakness in handling disciplinary actions. But I'm happy in one of our next meetings, it was reiterated in the strongest time that nobody, no one person is greater than PDP. So I want to tell you, action is being taken. Those that have been given the responsibility, they will act. And sincerely speaking, yes, you said it linger long, but it won't continue forever.
Okay, all right. Let's take your word to it. I want to return back a little bit to Kaduna State. Now, Kaduna State, as it is, has a godfather and godson fighting. How are you guys taking advantage of that fight?
The press have over-blotted this issue. It's non-existent. Let me tell you how I emerged as a chairman of the party. I met every key stakeholder, consulted every key stakeholder. I told them I will work for the party and for the party. I confer on some decisions that I think I need to confer. Where I want to do without conferring, and I think I will confer with my working committee. Sincerely speaking, I do not see that friction. I work with them freely. They contribute in so many ways to build the party. So some of these issues have been overemphasized in the press. I do not see it. His Excellency, the former Vice President, His Excellency, the former governor, they've been helping the party in tremendous way, in all ways. Just a few days ago, I clocked 1 year in office. I can say I have never made any requests from them, and they declined. You belong to this block or to that block. No, it's the party. And we all agree. I said it during even my campaign, that when the time comes, either the gubernatorial primary or any primary, senatorial and rep, we will create a level playing ground for everybody. If you have a candidate, let him go and look for delegates. Election day, delegate. If there's no consensus, okay, follow line, vote. Whoever emerges, that will be our candidate. So, by God's grace, I don't think I'm experiencing any friction in that respect, seriously. Not at all. And all of us as member of the working committee, I remember during the Salah, we visited all of them, key stakeholders across the state, facilitated with them. So there's not.
Okay, let me come to you. One of the greatest problems opposition face is financing and funding. PDP has been, at the federal level, has been out of power for quite some time now, about 10 years now. We know the state coffers are not as unanimously geared or directed towards the federal post, because PDP itself has not, in the national level, has not been in consensus in operation since. So how do you think you are going to have the funding to put your house in order first, get a formidable, what is it coming out at Ibadan? Convention. And at the same time, be able to match on the general election. This APC that is giving frivolos, doing a lot of job, selling fuel, 900 and something naira, away from 165 naira that they met it, and all these funds, people can feel it. The funds must be somewhere. Money doesn't disappear. Since people can't feel it in the good, better roads network, they can't feel it in critical infrastructural development like power generation or rail station or internal roads maintenance. Like I said before, I mean, the money must be somewhere. It doesn't disappear. The little they talked about in foreign reserve is just a pinch of it. The dollar was also increased, so there should have been anything to make everybody to be enjoying at this moment. Since we are not feeling that, don't you think this money must be somewhere? And we are all in politics. Let's not deny this. Do you think PDP as an opposition will be able to match APC in financing?
Thank you very much. Fortunately, I'm a finance person, but Finance is not just everything. When I have young people coming to say they want to go into business, they want to go into some skill, but their problem is finance. I say, no,
it's a lie.
finance is not the first thing. What's your passion? Or what are you training? Let us know what you are training. Then you not start talking about how do we fund it.
Yes.
Finance is not number one. Nigerians, as of today, are wise enough to know that anything you receive on election day will last you that day or the next day.
But they have they really learned completely? Because we saw in Edo State, we also saw in the by-election, even in your Kaduna, where they claimed that they were exchanging money and they were buying votes.
Let me say something. In Edo State,
Yes.
let them release the real results, and you see whether PDP didn't win. As of today, the real results. The real results.
Yeah, Asue was a very popular candidate, no doubt about that.
See, they will use money. The only thing that money will help them, maybe they will just reduce the margin that PDP will beat them. They will just reduce the margin. As to how to fund our party, our convention, we have people of goodwill. Seriously. They will bring out money for us to finance our convention. Election 2, bring out a good
Candidates.
and see money will flow.
Good.
Where did Obi get his money?
From how much?
Because it's for 1 million votes.
A lot of people were spending his personal money, their personal money.
And he didn't have any state.
Yes.
No
state governor was
no councillor.
Yes. No House of Assembly member.
Councillor. I'm going to the list. No councillor. And that's why I said earlier, don't throw away what happened in 2023. There must be a lesson for us to learn. That is why I'm telling you, even Obi were cutting him to come back to PDP.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was going to come to that very, very soon. But I don't want to start from Obi. I want to start from your last presidential candidate, which is Atiku Abubakar. Number one, he has resigned from the PDP. Number two, he has not signed into any other particular party. If the doors are open for him to come in, do you guys, will you let him come in?
No. We've already zoned the ticket
to the south.
to the south. But let me tell you something. Some of them are afraid to pick the ticket, the membership ticket, because they're hearing that Jonathan is coming.
No, it's true. No, you're very right. You're very right. You're very right. Even unofficially, I was discussing with my friend, was it yesterday also, that even Obi himself, is watching what Jonathan might do.
See, I can tell you unofficially, if Jonathan will contest, Obi will not.
Yes, certainly.
I said to somebody, I have not sat with Obi, but I look forward to meeting him. The leader of the Labour Party, Ninadi Usman, happened to be my colleague when I was a commissioner. We maintained a relationship. Since Alice became, when she became a minister of finance, she's insisted I have to work with her as a special assistant. I know what they will say any day, anytime. But I told somebody that as far as I'm concerned, if Jonathan will contest, Obi may decide to be the director general of the campaign.
That's right.
You see, we've reached a point in Nigeria today. It mustn't be I.
Yeah.
If we love Nigeria, we want to move it away from where it is today, then let's save the people.
Yes.
Obi and Jonathan, they met. They confer. I'm telling you, they will work together. His Excellency Obi was the Deputy Director General of Jonathan during his election. So, many of them that left the party, they will come back and work for the party. They must not necessarily come back that I must be the candidate.
Candidates, yeah.
It won't work that way. And that is why I'm praying and saying it with a loud voice today. If Jonathan is coming, many will not contest. They will support.
They know.
What record do you have to beat Jonathan? What record do you have to beat Jonathan? Check the profile. check his record during his years. What was the debt level? How much did he leave?
Even the online payment that government does today, he introduced it.
Remitter.
How much debt? Before it was about 12 something trillion. But when Buhari came, he ballooned it by 620%. As of today, he took it from 12.0 trillion to 87 something trillion. Present government took it from 87 to now almost 149 trillion. The 22 billion dollars they are asking for, if that one is approved, it will now go to over 180 something trillion. Averagely, each Nigerian will pay over 625,000 naira. So you and I,
by default.
That's all things being equal.
By default.
More borrowing.
There's no more.
So what is the impact? How are things going?
Okay, I just finished on the side. Of course, you've almost answered the other question of the Obi factor.
Yeah, I think it's
but the other thing is that Obi has a teeming youth population. And the last time I went for the NEC meeting of, I think, the 100 of PDP, a lot of the people we see there are people that have been there for a very long time. What is the plan of PDP to open its doors to more youthful
Participation.
It's not there. We still have a lot of that echelon of power of the hierarchy of the PDP being held by a lot of. You are a chairman, so I don't want to say what I want to say. So a lot of old people.
Thank you very much. Things must change.
Yes.
The convention will address all these issues.
All right.
We raise this issue. As a chairman of my party, when I came on board, I introduced some reform. One of the reform I introduced is we have what we call stakeholders in every local government. Stakeholders are like leaders of the party that need to take certain decisions. And I said that we must bring in fresh blood into the system. Mm-hmm. Secondly, we must bring in youth, three women in each local government, bring them into the stakeholders forum. Let them participate, let them speak for the youths. Let them also learn to take over. And we've introduced that, it's working. I share that with my colleagues at the national level. And sincerely speaking, I share that with also some of the members of the working committee, that we must change things and bring fresh blood, younger people into the system. The National Convention coming in Ibadan will address some of these things. By God's grace.
Okay, I really also.
Okay, as you are moving towards election, clearly PDP are looking forward to having somebody like Jonathan come on board, and it's going to be the best gift, no doubt. Just like you said, we have discussed it before. Nobody has record to run against Jonathan. That is the fact. Okay, but if for any reason Jonathan said, you know, what's the name of this APC chairman in Lagos? It was yesterday he was saying, he said Jonathan should enjoy his retirement in peace. Let's just say Jonathan decide for some reason, though the call is strong on him now, we know, but for some reason he said, let me enjoy my retirement. And Obi said, I'm not coming back to PDP. I'm scared. When I come, they will send me to primary. And I know they give shisha. And delegates, once you say delegates, you are talking about money. So who are the likely candidate that PDP might be looking up to, since it's becoming clear that Article 1 is not there? Remember, 2, PDP is not even looking at using a northern candidate to match a southern president. It's better having a south-south fight than 4 years again we can think of up north. Who is PDP looking at?
Let me say something. We've not yet even cycled it around one person.
Okay.
I'm just sharing with you the sentiments.
The sentiment, yes.
My people.
Yes.
I represent
the people.
Yeah.
So I said earlier, our doors are open. Anybody that wants to become president, we're going to have a national convention. All of them will be there to test their popularity.
Okay.
So I want to say we have large number of people who are interested. Some are still consulting.
Okay.
Sincerely speaking, some they have reduced what they are doing to plan for convention. Let's plan to have a successful convention. Let's plan to have good leaders that will love the party and work for the party and work for Nigeria. So then they are not coming out. So I wouldn't say if A or B is not coming, then C will come. No, I won't say that. I've not had that meeting with anybody. So I won't speak on behalf of
anybody.
Thank you.
No, I wanted to put in this question. For the love of Jonathan, if Jonathan comes on board, and I do know that El-Rufai has been in there, let me not reduce his statement to that, but it's almost like anybody but not Tinubu. So if El-Rufai comes on board, he, of course he's from PDP that he also moved to APC. He comes on board to work. He's not looking for candidacy of anything, but just to work together and let's remove Tinubu. If Jonathan goes to PDP, certainly El-Rufai may want to work with them. If he comes, are you people ready to work with El-Rufai in Kaduna, having worked against each other in Kaduna?
We'll work with people of like mind that will help change bad government. Anybody will work with.
Okay.
The only thing, we will caution people on what they say or how they behave and let them know that this is a new way of doing things.
Yeah.
We cannot continue in the old trajectory and
expecting a different result.
So we must be able to say, please, can we have people like mine? Can we have them knowing fully well that they also have certain rights and we should respect that? But to work with like minds, to remove bad government, we will do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So in general, PDP will be running something like Idea Rehabilitation Center.
Well, there are some fights between, we are closing down now, between the governor now and El-Rufai. Are you guys taking advantage of that?
They are all friends.
I said so.
It's an issue of a mentor and mentee. They've gone a long way.
Yeah.
A long way. In one of the videos that has gone viral now, listen to the governor saying that everything he has become is El-Rufai, and you owe it to him. But when you have some little fights, let them handle it.
They sort themselves out.
Yes, let them handle it. But it is on record. He said it. He confirmed himself that El-Rufai made him everything. From person who struggling with a house, El-Rufai provided a shelter. El-Rufai worked for him, help him to get an appointment with the president as a senior special assistant. So they want to know, to become senator, El-Rufai did everything. Even the governorship, the election, one result we are coming, our PDP were winning, suddenly it changed.
And the APC started winning. They know. El-Rufai did everything.
They know. I won't say anything, but they know.
All right, your last word, first of all, to the people of Kaduna State, then to the people of Nigeria. Like Peter Obi will always say, there's this cliche, Nigeria will be great or something.
A new Nigeria is possible.
Nigeria is possible. So your statement, what will you say to your state and what will you say to Nigeria?
What I will say to my state, Kaduna State, that despite what we are passing through today, tomorrow will be better. Let's keep faith. Don't lose hope. Don't be despondent. Don't be discouraged. So many challenges will come along the way. Threat, intimidation. Stand steadfast. We'll overcome it. We will triumph. In everything I do, I always say, if God did it for me yesterday, I have no reason to doubt him that he will do today and tomorrow.
Wow.
Some trust in chariots, horses, but my trust
In the name of the Lord.
God. He will see me through. So if you plan all kinds of evil, maneuvering, manipulation, God is greater than all. To my good Nigerians on Independence Day, I want to wish you well. I share your pain. I share what you are passing through. But I want to tell you that tomorrow will be greater. Thank you, and God bless.
Trust.
Okay, it's been a wonderful time, like an hour in the dot. We have the PDP chairman of Kaduna State. Well, very rare these days you don't have doctor in front of the name, but there's a chief there.
And a lot of qualifications.
I don't want to talk about that because I'm not going to finish it. I'm missing a resume that is as loaded as this one. That means a whole wealth of experience. I mean, from the way he speaks graciously, you will know this thing comes from experience. We're glad to have you. Thank you, Chief Masha Edward. Thank you so much for coming. And to my wonderful friend, Kingsley, it's been a wonderful time on Voting Arena. I'm sure sometime we'll have you back again.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.